John Lewis, and welcome to another edition of Sportscaster Chronicles, the place that reminds sports fans that not all the great plays and exciting action happens down on the field. Sometimes it happens up in the broadcast booth, and we are coming to you live from our studios in New York City, and wishing everybody happy holidays, and another show on tap, and obviously some new moves here with Sportscaster Chronicles, doing some simulcasting, video casting, and we welcome all of you wherever you're hearing us or watching us. So let's just get right to it. A lot going on here as we come towards the end of 2009. A lot of news and notes going on in the broadcast booth. The first one that caught my eye was about 4 weeks ago. The legendary broadcaster Dick Enberg has now re-entered the baseball broadcasting booth. He will be the new TV voice of the San Diego Padres. Dick's a guy who's done it all. He's a Hall of Fame all the way, legendary broadcaster, you name it, he's done it. Super Bowls, World Series, Olympics, U.S. Open tennis, Wimbledon, the works. But now at his age, I think at 73 years old, will get back into the daily grind of baseball broadcasting. Not sure why he wants to do that, and maybe we can get Dick back on the show in the new year, and he can tell us straight up why he's done that. But nonetheless, good move for Padre fans. They'll hear his great mellifluous voice a lot this spring and summer, so we wish him good luck, and wish the Padres luck as they welcome a new broadcaster. Sports Illustrated had their list of great or honorable mentioned sports announcers of the early part of the 2000s, the 2000 aughts, I guess a lot of people call it. And their writer, Richard Deitch, has put together his list. He does this a lot over the years. And he has picked Dan Shulman as the top play-by-play announcer of the 2000 aughts. And Dan's a guy who's kind of flown under the radar when it comes to notable sports announcers. But you name it, he's done it for ESPN and ABC. He's all over the sports map. Doing college football, college basketball, the NBA, and other events, and he's clearly one of the best in the business today. So congratulations to him. Bob Costas gets the nod as top studio announcer. That's no surprise to anybody. And Mary Carrillo does a lot of tennis, and she does stuff for HBO. She's was picked as the top analyst of that group. So congratulations to all those announcers. Buck Martinez, the former manager and sports announcer over the last 10, 15 years, he's back in the booth in Toronto. He will be their new analyst on the television side for the Toronto Blue Jays. So Buck back in Toronto calling baseball on a full-time basis. Josh Lewin, who has been in Texas the last several years calling Ranger games on the TV side. He's also the radio voice of the San Diego Chargers, rather. There was some word recently about the Rangers weren't happy with him not committing full-time to their broadcast, especially in the fall when the Chargers season heats up. But our last check, he's still employed by the Rangers and still on their website as their as one of their announcers. And so again, we hope to get maybe Josh back on the show. We've had him on before, and he can tell us straight from the horse's mouth what's going on with that situation. Chip Carey, as a lot of people know, was recently let go by TBS. There was a lot of criticism for his work, his mistakes, not my words, but other critics in the media were critical of his work during the ALCS, Yankees-Angels series especially, and TBS agreed and let him go. So he is no longer working for TBS. However, he is again back in the Braves booth. He got picked up by Fox Sports South and will do 105 games. to continue in the Braves booth. He did Cubs for a long time back in the 90s, and the last couple of years he's been doing the Braves on TBS, but now we'll do it for Fox Sports. And last thing, we couldn't, we got to have a little Tiger Woods news, right? Ian Baker Finch, the Australian golfer who is now working as an analyst for CBS Golf. He was the first guy to really kind of say something about Tiger. He told a Australian newspaper recently that he was hesitant to talk about the Tiger Woods situation on the air, feeling that he would be fired if that were the case. So it's clearly still kind of a red-hot issue, and one that we'll be looking at. And once the golf season starts to heat up here in January and February, it's going to be kind of a dead set pinpoint right to the Masters in April to see how much Tiger Woods talk is out there, and see how the lead guys like Mike Tirico on ABC and Dan Hicks at NBC and Jim Nantz on CBS especially. Those are the big guns. Those are the big voices of golf on the network, and see how they really handle it. So it should be interesting. There you have it. We're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we'll have our special guest, Don Criqui. This is Sportscaster Chronicles. Come on back.